Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick look at this Arozzi Arena Gaming Desk. Just picked it up. Actually got it open box for half price, so I couldn't pass it up. And just want to give my 2 cents on it and show a little bit of the features here. As you can see, it is a 3-part desk. It actually breaks apart, makes for pretty easy transportation. The box overall should be able to fit in the trunk of a regular car. I was a little bit worried since I picked this up pre-assembled. I brought a bigger car than necessary, tried to fit the whole table in there, but luckily it broke down quite nicely. You can see that it's got a nice curvature so that you can sit here and it actually wraps around you. The overall length is about, well, just a little bit over 5 foot. So 5'3", 5'4". I'll have to look it up exactly. And then from this center to the edge is 2 foot 3 inches, and all the way at the longest, uh, the widest part here is about 2 foot 9 inches. So plenty of surface space. I was a little worried when looking for a desk that I would be sitting here and that the computer monitor would be too close, because I've also got some DJ equipment, a DJ controller that I want to have plenty of space for here, as well as a keyboard and mouse off to the side, and this should do that no problem. It also has holes cut in it already for wire management to make those wires disappear nicely. And let's see what else. The top part, which you can run it without anything on the top, but it does look a lot nicer when you roll out this giant mat that comes with it. It's basically a giant mouse pad, and it's got the same texture as a mouse pad. It is somewhat water resistant. You should be able to wash this if you were to spill anything on it. It's pretty thick. I'd say about a 1/4 inch thick, and it's kind of it has a little bit of a give to it. It's a little bit hard to see here, but it's got a nice little bit of a give. But if you set anything on top of it, like a computer monitor, it's not going to just like sink all the way down into it. It is firm enough for that. You can also see that it's got the cutouts already done for you on over each of the holes, so that you can utilize that wire management properly. And also, I will flip this over here in a second, but you can see a little bit, maybe, there is some wire management netting that catches it once it goes through the wire management holes on top, so that you can keep the area around your feet nice and clean. Alright, here's a look at the bottom of the table. As you can see, it's got the cable management netting underneath. Would be nice if it was a little bit wider, but we'll see how this does. This is what appears to be some pretty dense, I don't know if it's, I guess MDF would be medium, maybe it's high density, wood fiber. Definitely feels nice and solid, a lot more solid than the other furniture I've assembled in the past. You can see here all of the holes for the screws have the metal inserts and are metal thread, so when you go ahead and actually install these bolts, you don't have to worry about it cracking or breaking open the wood like you do on some of the cheaper type of furniture. You've got very solid and heavy sturdy metal with several connection points, so the same sort of metal stud is used in each of these that go into the wood, and you get 2 on this side, 1 on the back side here, and then again 2 over there and 1 on the back side, and you get that on each board. Again, 1 here, 1 here. You don't get the 1 on the back side, but you still get 4 there, so it's connected quite solidly. The other thing is that the legs adjust from a 28-inch height to about a 32-inch height, give or take a half an inch, but you basically just take this set screw loose and pull up, and then reset the set screw, and Then also there are these like rubber discs. They're hard plastic, but this is for if you have a hard surface like a tile floor or wood floor, you can extend these out to help balance the table, level it. Or I'm going to actually be using this on carpet, so I'm going to lower these all the way down and let these metal ridges keep it steady. If I were to use this table on a nice wood surface floor, I would definitely put some of those like 1.5 inch or 2 inch foam adhesive pads on here so that I don't scratch anything up. Alright, I got all of my stuff moved onto this desk, and I'm very, very excited about it. You can see I've only got 2 monitors up right now, but it could easily fit 3 if I wanted to move my tower somewhere else, but for now the tower stays. The cool thing about how sturdy this table is, like if you go ahead and bump it, I mean, yeah, my monitors wiggle a little bit, but I have my tower only a couple of inches away from the edge, and I'm really not concerned about it falling over at all. I know on other surfaces, on other desks that I've had it on, I've always wanted to put the tower somewhere closer in, just in case somebody were to bump it. Didn't want it. I felt like it would just slide right off. It doesn't feel like that with this setup. This table is solid. Now I actually raised it all the way up and found out that my chair is actually a little bit too short for the desk to be maxed out in height. I'm a tall guy, so I'm gonna have to probably get a taller chair and then maybe a dual monitor stand to lift up the monitors so that I don't have to crane my neck down. But then also move the desk height itself to proper ergonomic height for me to be able to use my mouse pad and keyboard properly, because it feels like when I'm sitting down I'm actually having to kind of peer up over to actually be able to see my controller there. But it fits my speakers all right. I guess I wish there was maybe just a few inches more room on either end, because I'm very particular. I like having my monitor centered in the desk. It just feels weird to me if I don't. And then I put another monitor over here, and you can see that my left speaker covers up the monitor just a little bit. But if I'm sitting in the center, it doesn't actually really cover up much at all. So that's my preference. I would like to have maybe another 4 inches here to be able to fit my speaker out off to the side, but that's just me. Might actually be able to fit it underneath the monitors if I were to get a single stand, like a dual screen stand, and lift it up. Then I could just put the speakers underneath. Then that might solve my problem there. Plenty of surface area to have some place to rest my arm or my wrists or whatever while I'm either typing or I'm using my Pioneer controller there. This mouse pad is giant. It's not required that you have a mouse pad, obviously, because the Surface itself is a mouse pad. But I guess it's more of a knock on the mouse pad being ginormous than anything else, because a normal sized mouse pad would fit very easily here. You can see that's 9 inches right there, and well, it takes up a lot more room than that. So I just slid it underneath my tower a little bit, and this will work for me. This will be the way it goes. But yeah, so just kind of step back here, let you guys see. Probably gonna look really orange in here. I don't have any good white LED lighting, but you can see underneath real quick the wire management kind of doing its job. You can see all the wires have to eventually get to the floor. I guess I could technically pick up that strip and try to fix it up there. Then I only have one cord going from the wall straight up the wall into this little nest up here, and that be the end of that. Might try to get some not double-sided, but adhesive Velcro and stick that whole unit up there, and that way I don't have 5 or 6 wires all coming down from my desk. I can actually just keep them up there. That can't really be helped with the subwoofer, but it's not terrible, because if you look at it from the side, everything is back against the wall, and I'm used to swinging my feet out when I'm trying to get out of my chair, and it actually hitting all of the wires, and this allows me to actually not hit anything and not trip when I stand up. If you look back here, you can see the wire management doing its job. There is a wire back here that runs from the back of my tower to my controller, and it's too short to actually run down, across, and then back up again. So you'll see that one. It's a little bit frustrating, but I can always get a longer cord, I guess. And then all of these do a nice job and just disappear straight down. So overall, I'm very pleased with this desk. I've been holding off a long time to actually pick a desk up that would be able to handle this everything that you see here in front of me. And I was actually using a dining table, and it only worked so well, but it was big enough. So this definitely is more purpose built, and I stayed up till like 1 or 2 last night mixing music because I was so excited to actually have everything laid out in front of me very accessibly. So yeah, definitely check this out. I got it for half price, and it's at 100%. I'd say for that price, 100% go for it. For $400, I'd have to do a little bit of shopping around, but everybody gives this about 9 or 9.5 out of 10 on the rating scale, and I would definitely agree that everything else that I've seen, this is by far one of the best you can get. Yeah, I'd say it's worth the money, so go ahead and pick it up. If you got any questions, feel free to message me. I'll put a link to my contact info in the description below, or you can just post a comment, and I will try my best to respond. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.